and this is a gentle yin class. So this is a really difficult time in the world right now, difficult time in our community, and it's a time when we really need each other. And unfortunately, we can't be together in community. We can't hug each other, touch each other, spend time together, socializing, telling stories. And so this is the next best thing. We can be together breathing. We can be together in community at a distance. And we can practice yoga together virtually. So that's what we'll do today. And I invite you to gather your things around you first. So find a mat. If you have a yoga blanket at home, one or two. If you have towels, that would be great. Maybe you have a yoga bolster at home. Blocks would be nice. Any props that you would like for a yin practice, just gather them all around you. And then take something to sit on, either a block or a blanket. I'm using a blanket right now. And find a comfortable seat. Move a little flesh out of the way. And sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders down your back. And then close your eyes and take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe you like to think about that community around you, everyone practicing in their own space, yet practicing together. And thinking about how much we really need each other in spirit. And send out some good energy to someone you love today. Beautiful. And open your eyes. Bring your arms out to the side. And take a big inhale and reach up tall. And exhale down. And let your chin just drop down to your chest. And again, inhale and reach up tall. Exhale down. Again, inhale, reach up. And on this exhale, twist to the right, bringing that left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you or out to the side. Beautiful. And then let the right ear come a little bit closer to your right shoulder. You should feel a nice opening in the left side of your neck. Breathing into the left side of your neck. Inhale your arms back up to center. Reach up tall. Exhale, twist to the left. Bring the right hand to the left knee. Left hand out behind you or out to the side. And let the left ear come a little closer to the left shoulder, opening the right side of your neck. Beautiful. Slowly release that. Come back to center and find a shoulder roll here. So taking your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Just noticing how that feels. And then reverse it. Bring your shoulders back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up. And then just give them some big rolls around. Go in both directions. Nice. Release your hands to your legs and then circle your head around. Gently focusing on your neck. Beautiful. Switch direction. Nice. All right. Release that, and we'll move into our first yin posture here. So start by just taking your legs out long and kind of shaking them out. And then whatever you're sitting on, if you're sitting on a block, definitely come off of that, or a blanket, a towel. Bring the blanket or the towel out in front of you. Bring your left foot out in leg out in front. Line up your left knee with your left hip. Pull that right leg behind you. We're moving into deer pose. Keep your feet flexed. So more or less it looks like a pinwheel. This leg, the knee and the ankle are aligned, and the same on the right leg. So you kind of want to pull that leg behind you. And just take a moment to sit up tall here. Kind of pull your shoulders down your back. You're going to want to sort of lean to the right. And then you can close your eyes here and begin to focus on your breath. Just noticing how this feels in each hip. Sending some breath to your hips. Beautiful. All right. We're going to find some movement here. So you can open your eyes here and take your left hand out to the side, your opposite knee. If you're doing the right side, it's fine. Just remember to switch. Take that arm out to the side and then inhale the opposite arm up and over. You can even bend that elbow towards the floor, finding a big opening in that right side. And then release that, coming up to center and move to the opposite side. We're going to move back and forth here, moving left and right. And move slowly with intention. Really focusing how this feels in the side body. Beautiful. All right. The next time you bring your hand over to the left, you're going to come all the way down onto your forearm. And then inhale that right arm up and over your right ear. Reaching out, noticing a big stretch in the right side. And then bend your top arm, bend that elbow, and just let your forearm hang. Let your left ear come a little closer to your left shoulder. And you can just take that forearm and let it dangle, maybe move it a little bit. Noticing how that feels in your side. Breathing deeply into your right side. And then slowly bring that right arm up in the air. Circle your right wrist around with intention. Keeping your left ear to your left shoulder. And then drape that arm around your waist. Just let it kind of hang behind you. Opening your right shoulder. Think about rotating your ribs up to the right, but keeping your left ear to your left shoulder. Pause and breathe here. Slowly begin to release your right arm, bringing it back up in the air. Reach up tall, and then begin to come all the way up. Bring your torso up here. Pausing here. Now we're going to hinge forward. So if you want to grab your blanket and fold it up, or if you have a bolster, bring that out in front of you, or blocks for support. Sit up as tall as you can, and then take a big inhale. And on the exhale, begin to hinge forward any amount here. And the props are to rest your head on. If your head doesn't come all the way down, don't worry about it. You can adjust them. Begin to relax your face here. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers a bit here. And then in slow motion, come all the way back up, taking your time. And then move that right leg around to the front. You can move your props out of the way. Bring your feet out a little bit wider than hip distance, and then just let your knees kind of float into the center. Relax your tailbone. Nice. And then hold onto your knees. I'm going to turn sideways here so you can see what I'm doing. Bring your knees together and kind of pull them up into you a little bit. We're going to do a seated cat-cow. So on an inhale, arch up, look up, bring your chin up, pull your shoulder blades back. And then exhale, round your spine. Kind of dropping down like a hammock. And then inhale, come up, pull the shoulder blades back, raise your chin, and then exhale, round. And just go ahead and move back and forth at your pace. Inhaling up, and then exhaling back. Do one more. We'll do this together. Inhale up and exhale round. Beautiful. Release that and then work your way into deer on the opposite side. So this time I'm bringing my right leg out in front, left leg behind. So again, you're going to pinwheel. So you're trying to line up the hip with the knee with the ankle on each side, each leg. Hip, knee, ankle, and keep your feet flexed. If you like, you can take the blanket and kind of tuck it under that front knee. And then take a moment here to sit up tall, which means you're probably going to have to kind of push yourself to the left if you've got the right knee in front. You can close your eyes here and focus on your breath. Think about relaxing your hips, relax your face. And take a moment to bring yourself back to the intention of your practice, of practicing in community, even while in isolation. All right, let's find some movement here. So taking your right arm out to the side, I'm going to press my bolster out of the way, and then inhale the left arm up and reach over to the side. This side might feel different from the other side, just reaching over. Beautiful. And then release that, come back to center, left hand to the left knee, reach the right arm over, big stretch in the right side. And then just start to move back and forth here, reaching from side to side, moving at your pace. You can close your eyes here and just flow back and forth if you like. Nice. One more together. And then bring that right hand out to the side. Come all the way down onto your forearm. If you can, if it's comfortable, pay attention to your hips, your knee. And then inhale the left arm up over that left ear. Bend the left elbow and just let your forearm hang here. Just kind of let it dangle. You might want to find a little swing with your forearm. Big opening in the left side of the body. Let your right ear come a little closer to your right shoulder. Close your eyes if you like and breathe. Beautiful. Slowly release that top arm. Bring it up in the air. Circle your left wrist around. Slowly with intention. Wrap the left arm around your waist, opening that left shoulder. And just relax your whole arm, but keep your right ear to your right shoulder. You should feel a nice opening in the left side of the neck. Breathing here. And then slowly begin to lift that left arm up in the air, reaching the fingertips up, and then use your strength to lift your torso all the way up. Pausing here, and we're going to hinge forward again, so you might want to take your props here. So don't move your legs yet, just bring the props out in front. Keeping your feet flexed this entire time. And then inhale up, tall spine. And on the exhale, hinge at the hip level, coming forward. And then when you can't come any further at the hip level, you can relax your upper back, your shoulders. Maybe you hold on to something here and just let your upper body relax completely. Beautiful. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers a bit. And then begin to press yourself up, coming all the way up. Take your time. Pause here for a moment. And then move your props out of the way. Bring that back leg out in front and just shake everything out. Nice. All right, bring your feet about hip distance apart again and let your knees float into the center. And you have your hands behind you, supporting you. You can have your fingers pointed towards you. We're going to move into a little hammock here. So I've moved sideways, but you don't need to move. I was just wanting to show you this view. So just let your shoulders kind of come up towards your ears like you're sinking back into a hammock. You can round your tailbone under, just like you're supporting yourself in a hammock. Nice. Release that and bring yourself all the way up. Come all the way up onto hands and knees in tabletop position. Beautiful. And let's do a couple of cat-cows. So on an inhale, drop the belly, pull your tailbone up, pull your shoulder blades down your back, look up, And then exhale, round your spine, looking toward the navel. Inhale, drop down, look up. Exhale, round, breathing together. Inhale, one last time, looking up, pull your tailbone up, spread your hips wide, pull the shoulder blades back, and exhale, round. Beautiful. From here, bring your toes together and kind of bring your knees a little bit apart. Start to sink your hips towards your heels, and then find a child's pose. If you want to bring a block under your head, you can do that, or a blanket, or any prop. Just work your way down, and make this a big stretch. So stretching your arms out initially, sinking your hips close to your heels, and breathe. And then relax your arms a little bit here. Just find some heaviness in your shoulders and your arms. From here, start to pull your hips over to the left and your arms over to the right. Big stretch in the left side. And then release that, pull your hips over to the right and your arms over to the left. Nice. Release that, come back to center. Reaching your arms out in front one last time. Lift your elbows here. Sink your hips a little deeper. Bring your forehead down to the mat. See if you can lift your fingers up onto your fingertips. Beautiful. Release that and lift up and come all the way down onto your belly. We're going to move into Sphinx pose. So coming all the way down onto your elbows. I think I've lost my feet under the bed. And just gently press, keep your elbows under your shoulders. Press your elbows into the floor and then move forward and lift up, pulling your shoulder blades down your back, looking forward. Relax your hips a bit here. Find your breath. Take a big deep inhale. And on the exhale, turn your head over to the left, slowly, gently. And then release that, come back to center. Take another big inhale. And on the exhale, turn your head over to the right. Slowly, gently. Nice. Bring your head slowly back to center. And from here, just let your head hang. Let it be really heavy. And just gently shake your head out. You can make some little circles. Beautiful. Inhale back up again, nice and tall. Take another big inhale, slight press forward, and on the exhale, bring your shoulders to your ears, sinking down like you're a turtle disappearing into the shell. Beautiful, and then lift up out of that, lifting your heart. And then exhale, dropping down again, bringing shoulders to ears, disappearing into your shell. And then inhale, lift up again, lifting from the heart. And exhale, drop down. And one last time, inhale, lift up. And exhale, drop down. Beautiful. Release your arms and come all the way down. Make a pillow for your head. Just relax here. Relax your hips, relax your shoulders. And then you can bend your knees. And just let your knees float back and forth here. Give a little circle of your feet. Relax your lower back and your hips. Let your feet kind of float out to the side and then back together and crisscross. And again, move back and forth. Beautiful. Then relax your legs down. Hold on to opposite elbows here. Let your feet come out to the side. Let me see if I can move forward a little bit. So you're going to take your feet out kind of like flippers and separate your legs a little bit. Hold on to opposite elbows. Pull your elbows back towards you. And then bring your head down onto your hands. Relax your shoulders. This should feel like a nice stretch in the shoulders. Crocodile pose. Open your mouth wide here. And just kind of move your chin and your jaw around. And then close your mouth and relax your face a little bit more. And then release that and bring your arms down by your side. Bring your legs back to about hip distance apart. And just relax your shoulders forward. Let everything go. Nice. And then slowly bring your hands under your chest, your shoulders, and press yourself up, coming all the way up into tabletop again. Pausing here, wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips, and just make some big circles with your hips and your shoulders, kind of moving around organically from side to side. You can just let your head hang or move it from side to side. Just see what your body wants at this point in time. Nice. All right, coming all the way up. Find your prop again, either a blanket or a towel to sit on. And bring your feet out in front. You might want to have another prop here, say another blanket, towel, or blocks if you have them. We're moving into butterfly pose. So bringing your feet out in front of you. And we'll start with a little movement. So just bring your hands out to the side. And think about moving way down low here at the hip level. So think about taking your hips and your pelvis and moving them around in circles. Doesn't matter which direction. And then switch direction. Of course, as you move, your shoulders are going to move, but see if you can keep that movement way down low. And don't just move your head around. Nice. All right, then we're going to move forward and backward. So just hinging with a flat back. Keep your hands back here first. So don't bring your head down yet. Just flat back, forward, and then coming up and forward and up. Just moving back and forth here. Nice. And then start to move side to side. So we did circles, forward and back, and then side to side. A little bit of a sway. And now we're going to put all of that together. So do a circle, do forward and back, maybe going a little bit deeper, and then side to side. Circle, forward and back, and side to side. And just move at your pace. Maybe each time you move, you go a little bit deeper, noticing how this feels in the hips and the lower back. Beautiful. All right. One more. Oops, I forgot my sequence. Nice. All right. Now pause here. We're going to fold and hold it for several breaths. So this is where the props come in. If you want to bring blocks out in front to support your head, you're welcome to do that. Or a blanket, or all of them, or a bolster. I'm going to prop mine up. Maybe. I'm going to prop it up here. All right. So just take a moment here to sit up tall first. Inhaling, and then on the exhale, hinge at the hips, and then let everything relax here. That's not going to work for me, so I'm just moving my props out of the way. So just relax your upper body here. If you can, bring your palms facing up. Let your shoulders relax and your face, your jaw. Open your mouth wide and scrunch up your face. And then slowly start to relax that and relax your face. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Soften everything. Soften your breath. Breathe with me. Take a big deep inhale here. And on the exhale, allow your body to go a little bit deeper. Now that you've softened up a little bit in the hip area, let it go. Maybe hinging just a little bit more. And then slowly start to wiggle your fingers a little bit here and begin to lift yourself up, coming all the way up slowly. Beautiful. And then bring your feet a little wider than hip distance apart and let one knee come into the center. Let that hip come up in the air. And then switch that, bring the other knee in, let the hip come up in the air. And then just move from side to side at your pace, letting the knees come into the center. You get a little massage on the glutes as you do this too, kind of rolling around. All right, come back to center. We're going to do another forward fold with the legs straight. So keep that blanket underneath your bottom. Flex your feet, bringing the feet out in, bringing the toes towards you. And again, you could use props here if you like. So if you want to take your blanket and make it like a bolster, or if you have a bolster, you can bring it here. You can also use blocks here. So we're going to hinge at the hips way down low. So we'll start by just inhaling the arms up in the air, reaching up, and then hinging and just coming forward a little bit, finding that edge, keeping your arms lifted, and then relax your arms down and do that again. Inhale the arms up, reach up, exhale, hinge at the hips, find that edge, and relax your arms down. And one more time, inhale, reach up, exhale, hinge and pause here. Beautiful. And then relax your arms, relax your upper body, your head, your shoulders. Let everything come down towards your prop. Release your upper back, release your head, your jaw. Just let everything hang. Of course, if you don't have osteoporosis here. Soften your face a little bit more. Take a big deep inhale, and on the exhale, see if you can go a little bit deeper. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers here and walk your hands back, lifting your torso up in the air, taking your time. Move your prop out of the way. Bend your knees, bring your feet on, soles of the feet onto the mat or onto your floor, and then let your knees just float from side to side. Beautiful. All right. We're going to come down onto the spine. So move all your things out of the way. Just have things handy where you need them, or where you can reach them, I should say. So just work your way all the way down onto your back. And take a big stretch when you get down here. So lifting your arms overhead, pressing your heels out in front, big stretch. Nice. And then bend your knees and bring your knees into your chest, hugging them in. Maybe find a little rock and roll here. And release that. Let your legs go out long again. We're going to move into Banana Asana. So bring your arms overhead and hold on to opposite elbows or opposite wrists, just allowing your arms to relax on the floor behind you. And then start to walk your feet out over to the left, keeping your legs together. And then lift up your torso and bring it to the left also. Just kind of lifting it up, moving your left elbow towards your left foot. And then if you like, you can cross your right ankle on top of your left ankle for a little bit of a deeper stretch along that right side, right leg, the IT band. And then begin to relax your face here. Breathe into the right side of your body. We're breathing together in community. Find something in your body you can relax just a little bit more. And then slowly begin to release that work, straightening yourself up on the mat. Take another big stretch, reaching your arms behind you, and then bend your knees. Bring your knees up into your chest. Rock back and forth. And take your head and move it from side to side. And then let your legs come up in the air. Circle your ankles around. Go in both directions. And then bend your knees again. Let your legs come out long. Stretch out long again. And we'll move to Banana Asana on the other side. So bending your elbows again, holding on the opposite elbows or opposite wrists. Start to walk your legs this time out to the right. And then pick up your torso, bringing your right elbow a little closer to your right foot. Watching your shoulders here. And then if you want to go deeper, cross the left ankle on top of the right. Relax your head, your face, your jaw. Breathe into your left side. Take a big deep inhale here through the nose. And let out a big sigh through the mouth. And slowly start to unwind, bringing yourself back to center. Let your arms come down by your side. Bend your knees. Take your feet wide on the mat, a little bit wider than the mat actually. And then let your knees float into the center. And feel a heaviness in your tailbone. Bring your hands to your belly. And bring your breath way down deep into your belly again. Feel a nice big heaviness in this pelvis, the low spine. Breathing way down low. Breathing together as a community at a distance. Nice. Slowly start to release that. Bring your feet back about hip distance apart. Take the left leg long on the mat. Bring the right knee up into your chest, pulling it in. Breathe into your left side. And release that. Let the right leg come out long. Pull the left leg into your chest. Breathe into your right side. Nice. Release the left leg out. And then if you have your blanket nearby, or if you like to use blocks, you can do this. We're going to move into a waterfall. So just lift up your hips, folding that blanket, towel, or block, and bring your hips back down onto the blanket or the block. And one at a time, bring your legs up in the air. You might have to adjust that blanket or the block a little bit. Just pause here, and then bring your arms to cactus arms. And take your head and move it from side to side. And then find some stillness and scan your body here. Just noticing your shoulders and your hips. Even noticing your toes and your fingers. Slowly begin to circle your ankles around here. You can take them in the same direction, or you can move them in opposite direction. Don't think about it too much. Just circle your ankles. Nice. And then slowly bend your knees and just let them hang like you're seated in a chair. And then slowly let your feet come all the way down to the floor here. And then extend your legs out long. Make sure it's still comfortable if you have that block underneath there. Nice stretch in the hip flexors. And then maybe take your arms and stretch them out behind you too. Big stretch here. Begin to slowly bend your knees, bringing the soles of the feet onto the mat. And then lift up to take that prop out of the way. Bring your hips back down onto the floor. Bring your knees into your chest again. Maybe finding a little rock. And then stretch your legs out long. And just notice how your hips feel now in this position. After all that little stretching we've done, and just connecting your hips and your low back with the earth again. And pause here. Let your ankles kind of flop open to the side. Let your palms come face up. Beautiful. Another big deep inhale together, breathing together, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And we'll move into our final Shavasana here. So if you want to grab, if you have a bolster and you want to put that under your knees, you can do that, or you can take the blanket or 2 blankets and just kind of build them up so that you can let your knees sort of drape over the blankets lazily. Let your ankles fall open to the side. Sort of scoot your shoulder blades under your body and let your hands your palms come face up. And then take your neck and roll it from side to side. Beautiful. From here, tense up your feet a little bit. Now tense them up a lot. So curl your toes, your feet, your ankles, and then bring that tenseness up to your legs. Tense your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips. Keep tensing all the way up your body, your belly, your ribs, your shoulders. Bringing that tenseness into your hands. Scrunch up your hands, make a tight fist, your wrists, your elbows, from your shoulders up to your neck. Tighten up your face, squeeze everything tight. Your ears, your nose, everything is as tight as it can be. Take a big deep inhale and a big exhale, and let everything go. Relax everything. Let your entire body feel heavy and relaxed. Just breathe. Very slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, finding a little bit of movement in your body, keeping your eyes closed. Take your arms and reach them overhead for a big stretch, like you're first waking up in the morning. And then bend your knees. And bring your knees up into your chest. Maybe finding a little rock here. rock your head back and forth. And then work your way over onto your favorite side, pausing there for a moment, cradling your head in your arm. Remember that we're breathing together as a community, even at a distance. We need each other. We should be lifting each other up and cheering each other on, not trying to outshine one another. The sky would be awfully dark with just one star. We need each other. And slowly work your way up into a seated position so that we can share another breath together. Keep your eyes closed here if you like. Reach your arms out to the side and then inhale, reach up. And exhale all that beautiful calming energy back into your heart to carry with you throughout the rest of the day or evening. Thank you for practicing, everyone. Namaste. Thank you. I miss you.